Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palettes. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man.
Good man. Back
Living
back in the
life.
saddle after the trade show. It feels a little weird.
Yes.
Always feels
Uh,
good to be back in the saddle.
Ew.
Heyo.
Ew.
yeah, sometimes you come back and forget the process to doing a review, writing up a review, putting a review together to put up on the site. So it's like,
Uploading photos,
yeah,
posting
it's
it
just
in
a little bit of
time.
a get back in track kind of a thing.
Mazel.
Yeah. All right, let me share this up here. All right. So today we are talking about the Atabey Black Ritos. The cigar, I guess, is kind of a Toro Extra, 6 1/8 by 55. Comes out of the Tobacos de Costa Rica factory in Costa Rica. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Maduro. Binder and filler are both undisclosed. It is blended by Nelson Alfonso. Price point is $50, and the cigar was released
Ooh.
in February of 2024. And these cigars were sent to us by the Cigar Collective. So you can check out their Instagram, and big thanks to them for sending these out to us for review. Um, so with all that out of the way, Seth, take us through your overall experience with this cigar.
Thank you, Cigar Collective. There we go.
Yes.
Indeed. Yeah,
Um,
that's yeah.
it's listen, nice looking stick. Well made, triple cap, milk chocolate color and solid Maduro. Nice aromas. Um, First third was light spices, some cedar, soft earth, cinnamon. There's some honey qualities. Finishes of coffee and cream, just medium strength and body. Just flavors are working well with one another. It's a balanced cigar. Second third has some cocoa, some coffee, some cedar, earth, and cinnamon. There's some sweet spices present, faint honey sweetness, touches of cream tobacco. It's kind of like the first third, and it's just medium strength body, good blend. Um, Final third, just, continuation of the second third, cedar, earth, cinnamon, there's honey, there's cream, smooth, easy. Trying to remember. Yeah, burn and draw were amazing. So it's just smoked really well. John?
Yeah, I thought the cigar had a nice start to it. Opened up sort of with the, I'd call it very soft flavors that ramped up. So sweet tobacco, mild earth, a little bread, a little tobacco on the retrohale, and then as it kind of settled in, there was like a medium strength red pepper flake in the post draw, which is surprising to me because I don't typically get that a lot on Atabays. And then there's this really nice multi medium strength tobacco sweetness in the retrohale, earth at medium minus on the retrohale as it kind of continued, and then some minerality on the post draw. So I think the first third was rich. It was complex. It was a little heavier, I think, than a lot of Atabays I've had. Second third kind of took some of those components into it. Initially starting out with a lot of creaminess, mouthfeel, multi tobacco. Um, the tropical fruit sweetness was kind of there, but the earth was kind of masking a little bit, so that was a little disappointing. And then at the halfway point, there's a sort of a very defined medium strength wood and earth that took over the post draw, and then through the bottom half, I'd say the profile is really driven by wood, earth, and red pepper flakes. So a lot of those more subtle notes were sort of gone at that point, which is a bit unfortunate. And then last third, creamy wood, light plus tobacco sweetness, red pepper flake still there on the post draw, but back down to light plus, and then a little bit of earth, medium strength at the halfway point. So unusual flavors for me from an Atabey. I'm used to lighter, more, I don't want to say Cubanesque because that sounds super obnoxious, but just more sophisticated flavors than that. So it was okay. Burn was excellent. A little bit of waviness, but nothing that I care about. I wish I had the draw tester for this one though, because it was a bit snug on the draw, about 2.5 to 3 notches resistance. So that kind of impacted things a little bit. Maybe above average is where I would land with that. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted cedar, earth, and mild black pepper. Got some sandalwood that joined in pretty quickly, and the pepper increased. Sandalwood and black pepper later increased some more. Second, third saw the earth increase to become even with the toasted cedar up front, and the pepper mellowed a bit, and then it picked back up a bit later. Final third saw the sandalwood mellow a bit, and the toast level of the cedar increased. I thought the cigar had a nice start as well. Kind of a beefier version of the regular Atabeys, but it took a step down in the second third as the earth increased and the pepper became a bit dull. Overall, just an okay offering. I prefer I guess the non-Maduro, the initial offerings of the Atabey a bit more. Um, Price point's also a bit of a detractor. So I mean, I wouldn't really see myself coming back to this. Regardless of the price point, but add the price point in and definitely not going to be able to come back to it. So, all right, getting into the scores, we're going to start at the top with Seth at 7.17. June, who wasn't
Ooh.
able to join us, gave it a 6.1. I gave it a 6 even, and John gave it a 5.8. So, Seth, how that 7.17 match up for you?
Listens good, like a black. So no, it's one of those. Y- I prefer the original Atabey. I think the original Atabey is better than this. I also just think that the overall blends have taken a step back from where they used to be.
Mhm.
I mean, it's still scored really well, so it's one of these things. It's not like I'm completely shitting on it. Um, but it's, th that's where my opinion on that. But it's a good, you know, solid Maduro offering. Really good construction. So I thought it smoked really well. I mean, $50. Thank you, Cigar Collective. So, would I go
Yeah.
spend
Just,
50
just
bucks
tell
on
us,
it?
yeah, to tell us when we need to hand the handies out to the next festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, just June's stepping up for all of us on that
Yeah.
one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, June.
Um,
Not
so
it.
yeah, we've had this is probably the best Ecuadorian Maduro I've smoked. And I haven't been the biggest. Maybe John could tell me some good Ecuadorian Maduros, but I usually haven't been fans of them.
You usually hate the Ecuadorian.
Yeah,
You're like you just want to set it all on fire, but not in a good way.
yeah,
Yeah, my 6 even matches up well. Above average flavor profile, really good construction, but just gets into the 6 mark, not enough where I'm going to want to come back to it. So, yeah, pass for me. All right, John, 5.8.
Yeah, same. Obviously, for me, the big issue was the draw. Going to a diatribe about construction in the post recap, but yeah, I'd be right there with the 6. And price point aside, even if the scar is $8, that's just not up enough for me to want to return. But you throw in the $50, and it's like, nah, man, that's too pricey for me. I would need it to be. I mean, unfortunately, I think for me, it'd have to be 7, even maybe 7.5 for me to want to come back to a $50 cigar like this.
All right, any final thoughts for you guys on this one then?
Yeah, dude, come on. $50 and you have a snug draw? Come on, bro. Come on. Like I know it's a handmade product, but this like I think June said it the last time we did a recap. When you get over a certain price point, I think you kind of put yourself in a corner where your construction becomes a binary thing. It's either perfect or it's not. And like I just don't think you leave yourself any room for that. And I love Nelson. I love what they do. But if you're gonna make a super premium product, it has to be perfect every time.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah.
dude's gonna ask for money back. In this case, we're not gonna ask for our money back because thank you, Cigar Collective
Yeah.
is far too generous for schlubs like us. But I agree with the comments Seth made. I think the original blends are more sophisticated. I think they're more nuanced. They're more layered. More of that sort of baking, desserty flavors, which I really dig. Like truly the sort of Cuban style of blending where you have a lot more subtlety that you have to reach for.
Mm,
This one just didn't turn my crank.
yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the full written review on the website, developingpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts at iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Ritos.